What comes to mind when you picture a cactus? Try this on your phone. Try typing the word cactus. What emoji pops up? Chances are it's a cactus that's native to where I am today, the Sonoran Desert of Arizona, and that's the saguaro cacti. You don't need to go way off into the wilderness, though, to be able to enjoy this beautiful, quintessential desert ecosystem. In fact, where I'm standing right now is in the city limits of Phoenix, Arizona. And today you're going to explore with me some of the beautiful urban nature preserves that are just a jump, hop, and a skip from civilization. So today we're going to wander the desert. Before we get started though, go ahead and hit like and subscribe so that you never miss your dose of nature in the city. Let's go wander the desert together. The Sonoran Desert ecoregion extends from southern Arizona into the northwest part of Mexico down into the Baja region. The Sonoran Desert is most famous for its saguaro cacti, which take many years to grow and have the distinct arms and the traditional cactus look. However, this species of cactus is exclusive and endemic to the Sonoran Desert region. The Sonoran Desert really is a remarkable difference from the forest of the eastern U.S. like we have back in Ohio. The area that I'm in now is what we call a desert wash. It's basically like an almost permanently dry stream bed, except during heavy rains, water will rush through this channel. And with that, we get what's likely going to be the most heavily forested, what we would normally think of forested being in Cleveland, with a lot of different trees, Palo Verde. There's a species of Encenia here. We're outside my ecoregion. I know some of the plants, but not all. But it's interesting to see that even though it's dry right now and relatively cool, about 60 degrees, there's still a lot of different plants that are congregating where they have a chance to get their feet wet during those flashy rains that sometimes take place during the winter. Perfectly sunny today. Now, I probably don't need to tell you that cacti are thorny, but have you ever wondered why cacti have thorns? Well, think about it for a moment. Today it's perfectly sunny. The temperature is right around 60, and today the high is not supposed to go much past 70. I'm already wearing a t-shirt though. And imagine the summer when it's sunny like this, but 100, 110 degrees, 120 degrees with a heat index much higher. Thorns on cacti act like little shade umbrellas and provide shade and a little bit of relief from the heat. So all those thousands of needles provide just a little bit of shade for these amazingly adapted and beautiful desert plants. Cactus aren't the only kind of plants that grow in the Sonoran Desert. In fact, the desert is rather lush with different kinds of trees, shrubs, and beautiful flowers. So the plant you see behind me looks an awful lot like another kind of cactus. You can see it's very thorny. Yes, it's true, the Sonoran Desert has a lot of cactus, but as you can tell, there's more than just cactus growing in this beautiful and surprisingly lush landscape. Do you know what the plant is that you see behind me? It's called an Ocotillo, and Ocotillos are actually woody shrubs. They produce leaves only after a brief period of rain. Those leaves die back, and then the plant itself goes into a long state of dormancy and often looks dead, but this one's actually still alive. And it has similar evolutionary adaptations like cacti. It has lots and lots of spines and thorns. Again, protects it from that extreme heat by providing little shade umbrellas across its long and gnarly branches. The Sonoran Desert is also filled with interesting wildlife. Groups of Gambel's quails, pheasant-like birds, scavenge the ground along the Sonoran Desert. These birds are highly social. Do you notice all the holes in some of these saguaro cacti? Those holes were likely made from the Gila woodpecker. It's an endemic species of woodpecker that's a threatened bird species. I hope I get a chance to see one. They're a close relative of the red-bellied woodpecker that's common in Ohio. And it's amazing they can peck holes and nest inside these overgrown cacti without getting pricked by some of the thorns and needles. But what a beautiful sight to see these saguaro and everything out in the Sonoran Desert, right here in the city of Phoenix. The Phoenix area is a quickly growing region, popular for its warm climate and affordability, but with that, there's increasing encroachment and development of the surrounding desert area. As urbanization and suburbanization pick up, it will put more pressure on an already stressed ecosystem impacted by drought as well as the harrowing effects of climate change. We need to think carefully about how we develop this area and try to develop in a manner that is as sustainable as possible if we're going to be able to survive and live in the Sonoran Desert region for the long term. Well, it's time to head back to Cleveland. I hope you've enjoyed wandering the desert with me, and perhaps you have a greater appreciation for the lushness, for the diversity, for the beauty of a dry but wonderful place to be. From Phoenix, Arizona, my name is Alex, and I'm your CLE Urban Naturalist.